What is going on, YouTube? PPS back is past the prop. We're back for another Monday, another new week full of MLB bets. Joined as always by my guy Stu. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. MLB's going okay. We got NBA playoffs, which I'll just throw in to annoy you every once in a while. And hey, even I was watching some hockey this weekend as well. Had some pretty good playoff hockey. So really can't complain. A lot of good slates. The only thing I can complain about, I guess, is my picks recently because they have fucking sucked. So I'm looking to bounce back today. I feel good. It's a pretty good slate. It's a smaller slate. You can kind of go game by game, go a little bit more carefully. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having a Monday, starting the week on the right foot.
That's all we can ask for. Starting the week off in the green. And yeah, I mean, this slate is pretty good, actually. I kind of like this slate. But yeah, it is a little bit smaller, especially in the DFS. It's split, right? There's the 5 o'clocks. It sucks because I think one of my favorite games is that first game with Bello and McClanahan.
Same.
We won't even get to watch that or really have that, or you can watch it, obviously, but it's not on any slates at all. All of the games start at that 5:40 time and after. So it's going to be interesting to kind of split this slate up a little bit and just kind of missing that game. Unfortunately, that's one of my favorite ones. So can't bet on McClanahan there.
Yeah, that one kind of caught me off guard. Normally they toss you the real trash game. They kind of sneak it in there. You get the Reds, you get the Athletics, whatever. They try to sneak it in there. But I was very surprised. Obviously, McClanahan, Bello's been a pretty interesting prospect ever since he's come up. So I agree with you. A little bit unfortunate right there. But hey, I don't mind it. I like having day baseball on. It never hurts.
Yeah, no, then at least they're giving me a good game now. At least can watch a little bit of it. Obviously, won't be able to watch all of it at that time, but all good, all good. Let's take a look here at this slate. I guess we could take a look at this. I believe it's 9 games today. Outside of that first game that we talked about there, I don't believe the Nationals are intact, so I don't have to bring that up. So, what game are you looking at here today outside of that first game we talked about?
Yeah, no, obviously I can't pick the Nationals, and I wouldn't want to after yesterday's disgusting blowout to the Phillies. That was an important series, guys. I need to see a little bit more effort out there. For me, it's got to be probably Toronto-Houston, right? I mean, that's probably got to be the best game on the slate, especially the main slate if you take out the early McClanahan one. Obviously, Manoah's on the bump today, and he's one of those guys that I like pitching. I'm not like his biggest fan in the world, but I do like watching him pitch. I like the energy, the intensity out there. And hey, Houston obviously coming off a big series. They just had those Angels games. So, and actually they're hitting a little bit better too. Abreu's finally woken up a little bit. Should be a fun game.
Yeah, don't mind that game. I think it should be pretty entertaining to watch. But yeah, there's a lot of games with like these close spreads. Really, not too many of the 200 pluses there. I think I kind of have to go. I mean, I won't even talk. My pick would probably be the Brewer game, like specifically actually wanting to watch that game. I actually have a reason outside of being a fan, so that's why I can pick this one, I guess, and not the Nationals. But I'm curious how they do against this lefty because they've actually been better lately against lefties. And I know people have been blindly just throwing the Brewers and all this shit, and they've been winning. So you got to be a little bit more careful. I actually do like this Abbott guy. I have heard about him when I do like doing the prospecting and stuff, and he's pretty good. So I'm curious how that works. I'm going to fade the fuck out of Adrian Hauser next game. I'm not going to lie. When he pitches next, dude, just fucking fade him, dude.
Didn't he get, 2 or 3 double plays last game or something crazy?
3 double plays. He had 2 Ks through 7. Like, the dude's shit is not good. I don't know how the Reds allowed that to just continue to keep happening, right? They did not make adjustments. But another game in Great American Ballpark. Always want to do that. But I'm curious because Tehran is throwing phenomenal. He was so good like 8 years ago, and now he's good now again. So I'm interested. First major league start, a guy who's back in the league after 3 years. It's just compelling baseball, right? It's just polar opposites here. And I'm curious if this Tehran resurgence, I guess, continues.
No, that was – yeah, I didn't want to touch that game because I just wanted to ask you about that. Like, you've watched the Brewers. I mean, I watched Tehran too when he was good, like you said, like 8 years ago. So the fact that he's coming out here, and just to be completely honest, I was ready to throw all of my money against you guys on his last outing. Like, I was just going to unload, and I ended up not having time. And then he got the job done once again. So you've actually watched these games. Is the stuff good? Like, is it?
I mean, dude, he just literally throws bowling balls, right? So it's like he's a guy who's just trying to get you to hit the ball on the ground. Like he's not giving up power. That was his issue, right? When he's in Atlanta, right? He left the ball up a little bit too much. Dude, he's literally just throwing the ball down in the zone. No one's making the adjustment yet. I mean, the regression should be coming soon, right? Because he's not blowing it by guys. He's not getting a ton of Ks, but it's just there's not much hard contact on the guy, and he's doing a great job of limiting power and not walking guys, and that's really in this day and age going to get you job well done here. So I don't know. I'm going to be very hesitant to bet the game, but I do like the overall spot for both teams. I think it should be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, obviously, anytime you get a prospect making their first start, that's always good to watch, especially when it's a lefty. And if I wasn't on this show with you, I'd be falling into the same traps as a lot of these other people. Because every time I open up my Twitter feed and the Brewers are facing a lefty, every single post is just about how bad they are, how they're going to lose every game, and it's just picking against them. And like you said, they've actually started to be sneaky better recently. So I'm glad you saved me from that trap so far.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I think I said it from like the first week of the season, right? I've been kind of in the front of that bandwagon throwing that there, but man, dude, I don't know. This one just seems a little bit different. Obviously, I think that the strikeout upside of Abbott will prevail, but still, you can't just blindly tail that anymore because, I mean, Darren Ruff, check if he's back. They got Montestero, who's deciding he's good at baseball now, first time coming up. He's been good. Owen Miller, obviously probably the best hitter on the Brewers at the moment. So there's a lot of things to like here. And Yelich is actually hitting lefties for the first time in a long time. So you don't really see that too often. So I'm ready to roll here. I think we got a good slate of games. We got two of you guys in here in the comment section already. We got Joe and Jose. Hope all is going well, guys. And yeah, let's get right on into this slate. We can start breaking this slate down. And first, I will kick it over to you for your plus money spot.
Yeah, sounds good. We're going over to the Athletics and Pirates matchup right here. We're going under 4.5 in the first 5 plus 100. Pretty much every book has like between minus 110 and plus 100 right now. So you shouldn't be looking at too bad odds right here. And listen, this is just a very simple fade on the Athletics right here. I mean, they are truly one of the ugliest offenses we've seen, I think, kind of in the modern, last couple of years at least. And then now we have a Pirates team coming in who, listen, we talked about this a little before the show. This Oviedo guy, very hit or miss. He's done both of us good and bad this year. I know we both bet on him a couple of times. He's got blown up a couple of times, and the walk rate is absolutely crazy. But when he is on, he does have some pretty nasty strikeout stuff. He's shown some good upside. The fastball is very good. It's just kind of about the control, right? And if you can get everything on the same page right here. And this Oakland Athletics team, like I said, I mean, I don't know if you follow I know you follow our guy, John Legeza, but he made a pretty funny post earlier, which I can pull up real quick.
All of the numbers for the A's team, and it'll be bad.
Yeah. I was it's like it's ridiculous, right? It's one of those situations. His comment was, if one player was batting like this, that would be demotion worthy, right? And the whole team is batting like this right now. So it's one of those situations where I'm kind of betting on this team to continue that obviously rough outing and against a hit or miss pitcher that I've seen some upside with. As for the other side, right, we need both teams to go under in the first 5 right here. The Pirates have scored 4 or less runs in 18 of their last 26 games coming in since the start of May. They're just not a team that's, I'm outwardly scared of. And JP Sears is someone that's actually shown me the ability. First of all, I can be pretty comfortable with him making it 5 runs, right? Over the last month, we've seen the ERA drop down over 2 points. And even over his last 3 road starts, he's finally looking a little bit better, right? That's kind of been the thing we both talked about on the show with Sears. I think we both had his outs props at least once so far this year. He is better at home, but I like to see these last 3 starts, the gradual progression on the road right here. Pirates are not a lineup I'm super scared of, not making crazy hard contact right now. I think this is one of those situations where we just get kind of a dud. I see a 1-0 kind of start to this game. I wanted to avoid that Oakland Athletics bullpen, but I don't mind the full game under as well. So I just think this is 2 not very strong offensive teams going against 2 of the better pitchers they've got on the squad, and I think this is an under game right here. I like the plus money tag as well.
Yeah, no, I kind of told you I kind of feel up in the air about this game. I don't know how I would do it. I think if I'm going to bet anything, it's probably Oviedo Ks. I bet you that's probably the only thing I don't know if I could touch.
If If MLB has the strikeout leader thing today, I might bet him for that as well, too. I don't know. They post the slate strikeout leader sometimes. Obviously, McClanahan won't be on it because he's on the early slate right there. Wouldn't mind a sprinkle there. I told you before the show, I'm going to run the ladder on that one as well because it's hit or miss, right? If he goes out and walks 4 people or 3 people in the first inning, we know this is probably not looking too good. But if he strikes out the first 2 guys, this could be one of those outings where he rolls this struggling lineup.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so tough with this dude. He's early in his career, but he's just so unpredictable already. Where it's just like it's hard for me to bet on the runs there. He's maybe I'm just being naive because he's already fucked me over twice this year. So maybe I got a little bias towards him against him there. I already dropped him in fantasy, so we'll see. Let's see how he does. He probably will start doing well now that I dropped him. So
I was gonna say that's the key right there. You dropped him in fantasy. That's the number one sign. You've been doing this for a while. It's like every time I
don't know, dude. That whip is fucking bad. Just in a 5-cat league, bro. I need him to not ruin my entire category. Dude, sitting at like a 1.7 whip, dude. Like that's maximum 5 innings of work when he gets out there, right? That's like it's tough for me to have that in my starting lineup there, but. All right, let's go to mine. I'm going to the Blue Jays game, the game you've talked about. First 5 over 5.5. I was really contemplating the Astros first 5 plus half a run. But I can't do it here. And if I did have to run, that's minus 135, right? Or minus 130. Rather sit here. And dude, my God, I can't in this matchup for Blaylock, or Bylock, however you say it. How is he not going to get blown up here, right? You just look at his numbers here. Home road, right? He's on the road. He has a 343 batting average on the road this year, heading into Rogers Center, one of the best places to hit. Obviously, Toronto so far this year has a 735 OPS at home. They've been very, very good. They have a loaded lineup, and Bylock's got a complete split opposite, right? Reverse splits against righties, 577 slugging percentage. Right, that is fucking bad, dude. That is really bad. In 12 1/3 innings against lefties, it's only a 400 slugging. So that's a huge difference. A ton of power allowed to right-handed bats. This is the worst team to probably have that issue with. Maybe the Braves, but I would definitely think that this is a deeper lineup for right-handed power. I mean, Springer, Bichette, Guerrero. Oh my God, dude! Like this is not a spot you want to have struggles with right-handed batters. Obviously, Toronto's got enough pop to hit it out anywhere, but especially in Rogers Center. Love that spot. So, I can't, as much as I want to fade Manoah, which I get to fade them both in this bet. Manoah's been absolutely terrible, right? Especially at home. He's got a 306 average allowed at home. This is the best of both worlds for both pitchers. 477 slugging to lefties, 434 to righties. Over a 370 on base to both sides so far this year. Right, and you have an Astros team that I've been backing a lot over these last couple of weeks. Yep. The regression had to come. They were hitting the balls hard. They're healthy now. You got Altuve. I don't even care. Brantley can just sit the rest of the fucking year, dude. Seriously, I don't even need to see him, dude. That Corey Julks, dude, is actually pretty legit. I like him a lot. Would love to see more of him, but obviously when Brantley gets up there, they just paid his ass, so you got to play him. But I can't get this number out of my head. I think that this number is a little bit low, even though you really never see any of them over 5.5 outside of Coors. But for me to eat the juice on 20 cents juice for the Astros there when I don't trust their pitcher fully, this is the best way for me to do it. So I'm going to be backing the over 5.5.
I like this spot a lot. When I kind of picked it as my favorite game, I was actually kind of going to go into the fact that I think the Blue Jays could put up like 10 runs in this one, and that I think Manoah is a little bit more of the wild card, I guess, with how kind of back and forth he can be as well right here. But like you mentioned, the home struggles so far this year. Yeah, I love this spot a lot, actually. I will definitely be telling you right here. I like this Blue Jays. I mean, it's hard not to like this Blue Jays offense, right? Like you said, so much depth throughout, even when you get to that back of the lineup, right? Just a scary, scary team to go against. And yeah, Astros finally turning it around. I mean, for the first couple of weeks, Astros were one of those boring teams in the league. I mean, you don't even want to watch those games, but finally we get them in a pretty good spot where they got things moving a little bit. So I really do like this angle a lot. I'll definitely be telling you.
Yeah, I feel like there's just, it's just like, it's hard to trust either pitcher here, right? There's really no reason to trust them in this spot. Obviously, both offenses definitely better than both pitchers. We love hitting in Toronto, right? We love hitting in Toronto. So Let's take a look. I don't think we got any questions in there. We got 15 of you guys in here. Smash that like button if you could. And let's head on over to play number 2. Both of us touching on the same thing here.
Yep, I'm going Adam Wainwright under 17.5 outs, minus 140 over on BetMGM right now. And honestly, this was I was kind of waiting for it to go to 16.5 at plus money, because I don't even mind that under as well, right? I mean, I obviously know outs do mean a lot, but I was kind of curious. But we haven't seen it yet. It's sticking at 17.5 right now. And this is a number that he hasn't hit yet so far this year. He's 0 for 5 at the over 17.5 outs on the season. And when you look at over 3 of his last 4 starts now, he's allowed 7 hits and 3 earned runs, right? So this is a guy that he's given up some pretty decent contact, right? He's been pretty solid so far. Nothing crazy. This isn't like a huge fade on Wainwright or anything. It's more of a huge fade on the offense that he's going to have to travel to, which is the Texas Rangers, who, if you've been watching baseball over the last weekend, they scored 28 runs this weekend. I mean, that's absolutely insane. It looked like batting practice out there. So we get one of the hottest offenses in the league, right? And if you look back, they're hitting .315 this season against righties at home as a team. Whew, that's absolutely insane. This is one of the most stacked lineups in baseball, right? And the thing is, I mean, Wainwright theoretically even could have a good outing, right? And get through this incredibly tough lineup and still not hit this number, because he hasn't hit so far this year, even despite having some pretty good outings. So I think because of his age, obviously, they're going to be pretty careful with his pitch count. It's not like we're at risk of a guy that if he's at 105 pitches, I don't think they're sending him back out there for another inning. Maybe we'll see. But been great hit rate so far in the season and an incredibly tough matchup. I just don't see Wainwright hitting this over right here.
Yeah, I'm surprised they even offered this line, to be honest. I don't know why they're offering it. But I'm going to be on the over 6.5 hits allowed for Wainwright. I don't even think he's been good this year. I know you kind of mentioned that he's been doing his job. Like,
at his age, I'm going to give him credit, okay? I'm going to give him some credit. He should be out the freaking league by now. He's 45 years old. But sorry, you go.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah, I mean, a 6.7 expected ERA, a 12% K rate, right? And against this lineup, that it's just not going to happen, man. Especially I'd be a little bit more worried about this line if he had like a 10% walk rate. He's only at like a 6.5, right? So we've seen them wanting to roll him out. I don't know why. They want to play him 5 innings. It's just like they have to. I don't get why, but they're trying to get him through 5 innings in all these starts, right? He's got 96, 86, 90. Then this last outing against the Royals, where he was playing terrible, right? Do 105. Like, why are you throwing him back out there when he's getting hit around, right? Obviously, he's not getting any deeper than that. So obviously, I still like your bet, but like, they're leaving him out there to just like try to eat it up because their bullpen is not good. So this is the start of the series. Obviously, him on the road, I don't mind it, but man, dude, this Rangers team is just on kind of another level at the moment. I mean, you still got Semien, who's on his crazy streak right now. Corey Seager back in this lineup just makes him so much deeper. I mean, I kind of like that bottom of the order with Duran and Tavares. Both guys very, very good at what they do. I know Tavares might be out today, but still, Mitch Garver coming back in, probably DHing. Dude, like, this lineup is deep, and now they got Garver. Dude, people forget about him. They just paid him like big boy bucks. This dude was smashing nukes out in Minnesota when he was out there. I think he led the league for catchers and home runs when he was out there. So you got Garver and Heim. Really nice to have 2 guys that you can DH and switch them out in catcher. It's like the best of both worlds there, being able to have 2 guys like that. You don't see many teams that can do that, maybe outside of the Royals, but now they don't even play Melendez back there. So really, really like the spot to fade them. And I really wanted the plus money to find that. So Wainwright over 6.5 hits is a play that I'm definitely going to have to play a decent amount of.
Yeah, no, this is obviously a really good angle right here. We're clearly kind of on the same page. And it's just a testament to this Texas offense, especially at home this year, because they are absolutely insane. And like you said, it's very deep too. Duran was the guy I was betting on last year a little bit when he first got that come up. He was just slashing singles and doubles all the time. So it's good to see that the Texans are actually making a run. I like having new teams in the mix as kind of these powerhouses. And like you said, Semien Seager is an absolutely lethal start to the game. So loving the Wainwright fade. And I feel bad for any opposing pitchers that are going to have to deal with this Texas offense for these next couple series.
Yeah, dude, they're on one. So definitely don't want to get in front of that train. Definitely a lot better spots if you're trying to bet on a pitcher. This is probably not the spot I'd want be backing a pitcher, especially in Globe Life, man. That ball flies there. So let's do a quick recap. I have to look for my long shot here, but let's take a look here.
Yep, Adam Wainwright under 17.5 outs, minus 140 over on BetMGM. And then we got the Oakland Athletics first 5 under 4.5. This Athletics Pirates game plus 100.
Perfect. And I'll be on Wainwright over 6.5 hits allowed at plus 120. And the Blue Jays first 5 over 5.5. Stu, I guess it comes over to you. Do you have anything yet? I know there's some places that don't have every long shot home run spot out there. So what do you got for us?
Yeah, so far I only have a small sprinkle on JT Realmuto to go yard, but I don't really have much today, to be honest. I do the home run tweet on BMR every morning where I look at all the home run odds and put the top guys or whatever. I really wasn't too impressed today. I don't know about you, but I was looking through that slate and I didn't really see too much pan out. So maybe it'll be one of those things. Maybe when we repost it, I'll drop in the comments or something like that. But nothing I'm in love with so far. I like those righties on the Phillies. Phillies heating up a little bit. I think that's probably worth a sprinkle. But that's what I got today.
What's the line on that?
It was plus 400 earlier. Let me check the most updated line. Ugh. Okay, let's see. 440 on FanDuel right now. Hell yeah. Best line on the market.
Dude, I can't believe Ruiz, I don't think has stolen a base in how many games, and he's still at plus 130 to steal one today. That's wild. Yep. Let's let me find one here.
I mean, hey, we just talked about a bunch of Rangers, anything with the Rangers right there you liking so far? I see our guy Jay in the chat. Sorry,
the prices aren't what I want to pay there.
They caught up. When you score 28 runs in a weekend, the sports books pay attention. Some people may miss that. If you're living under rock, the sports books don't miss that. But I do see our guy in the chat.
Realmuto was what? Plus 400?
400s, but I got 440s, best price in the market on FanDuel right now.
All right, well, unfortunately, my first play wasn't high enough, so we're going to combine again. We get a big one here. I'm doing my home run, stolen base combo here. Dude, holy shit, I was not expecting that price. Plus 31, 42?
Okay.
31.25. All right, here we go. I'm going Christian Yelich to swipe. I'm going Ian Happ to hit a homer today at plus 31.25. I always like betting Ian Happ versus lefties. Obviously, a lot of power from the right side. Petco's going to be probably flying out there today. I'm assuming it's probably going to be pretty warm. If it's 85 here, I'm assuming it's going to be nice and humid out there as well. Yelich has been swiping bases lately. I've been betting him every game these last 2 weeks, and it's been paying off. Shout out to Owen Miller, who keeps swiping bases on games that I don't bet him to swipe bases. He swiped another one last game, by the way. So that's just another one to add to there. But Yelich has been fantastic, man, getting on base. And like I said, against a rookie pitcher, you're going to probably be primarily focusing on the batter. I don't know if they're going to be as involved in the running game portion of it. So I think that we could get one early on the starters there. And then obviously you get to this pen, their best guy, Aledmys Diaz, really, really bad at holding runners. So, and all those guys in the back end are not going to be doing too hot there. And obviously Yelich just torches the Reds. This is the only team I bet Yelich on. So, but a stolen base here, I definitely think it is in the cards. I think he has 14 or 15 so far this year, which is pretty good odds at plus 330 for him just straight on DraftKings. Not a bad price.
Yeah, no, I like this a lot. Obviously, get the double plus money. Maybe run a little round robin with all three of them today. Yeah, Snell is interesting. I mean, he's one of those guys too with the home run props that, sometimes he shows you that ace upside, and then sometimes it's just beach balls right down the middle. So it's a little bit interesting. Like you said, Happ obviously got the good lefty splits right there, and then Yelich, I like the stolen base. I'll always trust you on a Brewers prop. So if we're rolling with Yelich today, if he's running recently, then I'm on it.
Yeah, no, him and Miller, dude. I think I might just play them every game to steal a base. It's just it's crazy to me right now that they're just running galore, and the Brewers usually are not a team that runs much, which is encouraging to see. But But yeah, really like the spots. Stu, I guess we can go. I mean, we already did the recap, but our long shots there. Real Muto plus 440 and Yelich plus Hap. Stolen base obviously on there for Yelich and a home run for Hap. What do you got for the people today, Stu? We're right about our 30-minute mark here. What do you got for us?
Hey, it's good to see Terrence pop in at the end with the little mega parlay too. Want to shout out him. Also shout out Finesse the Books for popping in. Good to see you, man. I missed those NBA spaces, so maybe we'll have to do one of those pretty soon. I know my guy Justin loves the NBA over here, but yeah, I've got nothing much today. I guess I'll probably have another prop or two out on Twitter. I'm going to be starting MLB articles every single day over with the Odds Checker team starting tomorrow. So you've got that to look forward to, where I'll be writing, whatever I want. So that'll be fun. And then also, if you want to see more of my tweets, I'll be tweeting over with BMR, right? I'll be, running their socials for a little bit, or as one of the people doing that. So if you want to support me, go support them as well, because that's what it's all about. So appreciate you guys all tuning in today, obviously. And I've been struggling, so I need a little bit of a bounce back today. I'm going to be telling your bets. I absolutely love them. I think it's going to be a good day.
Yeah, feeling great about this slate. Like I said, it's a little bit different, right? With a smaller slate on a Monday, we've been blessed with like double-digit slates almost every single time on these Mondays. So this is more of a normal Monday slate.
Yeah.
So still nice slate, good close match. Yeah, I'm pumped for this one. So should have another article coming out here in an hour or so for another play, but you're ready to roll. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck, and we'll catch you Wednesday. Just be ready on what time we'll be doing there, because I know MLB's can kind of switching it up, doing most late games, and then sometimes they do only early games. So we adjust accordingly here on Pass the Props. So make sure you follow both of us, have notifications on Twitter, to make sure you know where we're at for that. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck, and let's crush this Monday and start this week out in the green.